Howard University, Washington, D.C., and Kent State University, Kent, Ohio, offer in Washington, D.C. annual simulations of the North Atlantic Council and its principal committees at the Model NATO Conference. The model provides a unique opportunity for university and college students to study the role, structure, and activities of NATO through simulation augmented by briefings at embassies of NATO member states in Washington, D.C. Specifically, the Model NATO Conference is designed, 1. To increase awareness of the role, organization, and activities of NATO in the defense of shared democratic values. 2. To highlight major military security, political, and social issues facing NATO countries. 3. To generate understanding of the many capabilities and constraints that shape the foreign policies of NATO countries in determining matters of collective security. 4. To demonstrate the patterns of cooperation and conflict that characterize intra-NATO diplomacy in the search for collective security. 5. To highlight recent changes affecting NATO's security policies. 6. To demonstrate the need for effective diplomatic and military cooperative action in an unfolding crisis situation. The simulation of NATO shall be as follows. 1. Each participating university or college represents one or more NATO member states and sends delegates to the model. 2. Each university or country delegation shall consist of a faculty advisor or head delegate and as many delegates as required to represent each country in the committees and organs of NATO. Minimum 5 delegates per country. 3. Each delegation shall receive preparatory material from the conference secretariat and the embassy of the country it represents. 4. The preparatory material is supplemented by individual delegate research and, where possible, classroom instruction prior to an arrival in Washington. 5. A preliminary agenda shall be circulated to all participants prior to the simulation. 6. On arrival in Washington, D.C., each delegation shall be briefed at the embassy of the country it represents. 7. Each head delegate shall represent the Minister of Foreign Affairs in the North Atlantic Council and, in addition to discussing agenda topics, shall respond to a rapidly escalating crisis situation. 8. Each NATO committee or organ shall have a student chairperson to preside over its deliberations. 9. The sponsor shall designate participating university or college professors to serve as faculty advisors in each committee. They shall serve as resource persons for the assigned committee. 10. The model is a simulation by the delegates of the actual proceedings of NATO as they take place at its meetings, through negotiation, debate, lobbying, etc., and the various organs and committees of NATO.
It is indeed my honor and privilege this afternoon to welcome you all here and to wish for you a very successful conference. We take great pride in this historical and contemporary role that our university has and is playing in preparing students for leadership roles in international affairs.
Let's abandon the formality now, and let me continue by sharing that I bring you good news. Truly, believe that. Count upon it. I bring a change to your life. In fact, this model will change your lives. Welcome. I see in this group old friends. I see many friends I have not yet met. In any event, I say this will change your life, but yet, as we know from NATO, I cannot tell you precisely when or how.
No better way to learn than by doing. And our goal with this conference, and it's been fulfilled, is during it and even after it, we feel not like we're students from this side or the other.
Our goal is to better serve our students and to prepare them for leadership and for them to address the needs of the global community.
I urge you to remember that words have importance. Choose every one you use or do not use very carefully. In fact, I'd like you to consider the words you choose, particularly among the other 25 nations in this room, as political, improvised, explosive devices. They are political IEDs. The wrong word can detonate, taking your national goal with it. So part of your goal is to choose your words carefully, perhaps. The other part is to understood as you meant them. Therein lies one of the challenges of this alliance.
We hope that we'll learn about one of the great truths of any international organization, which is that it comes with a very healthy dose of frustration. So why are we trying to frustrate you? Well, we're trying to frustrate you because if you ever work in an international organization, you realize that that's a staple of that job.
Great. Hungary. Turkey. United Kingdom. But you're saving the document as a whole by having out this one clause. And to strike all of the clause.
Nuclear planning is not as capable in troop movement or whether they were stuck at one committee. So therefore, yes, up to you whether your ministry or not.
That is in order at this time.
With 50 to discussion considering the makers of the language that we
To the public. Strike out clause 7.
Okay, the language used by the planning stage is much more adequate than the stage. Right, vote on all the languages.
Strike line 4A and bulletin 4.
All of these awards are awards that are made by your peers. Kent State University representing Italy and Greece.